rainy day in Iowa, but it's a great day to solder. So let's start with tacking our pieces so they'll stay together whenever we're soldering. Normally I would do it on the joints, but I need to do it in odd spots whenever I'm doing it for this chime, because I'm going to put the jump rings in certain joints. See if I can find it all again, because it's clear. I can't remember exactly all of them. Bear with me. You can tell if I missed it, because the solder doesn't want to stick very well there. Let me hit these outside edges a wee bit. This one's a big gap. I'll show you how to do gaps. I have before, but if you didn't get to see that, I'll show you. This one probably won't be able to. I just want to be able to move the pins and get going. Now this is will be the top, so it would take 4 jump rings on one on each corner to hold it, because I'm making a chime, and underneath I'll put more jump rings, which would hold the chimes dangling underneath. So this is the top. It'll require 4 jump ring holders. So let me show you how to put one in. I take a ring and then I add a tail so that I can infuse it down into the crack and seam. And that's why I don't mind if I have cracks. I prefer it, so I have a good way of putting this tail into the crack. And hopefully I don't pick my spot. I kind of want it to be right in there where that is. So, let's see if I can. Get this to lay in there like that. So my tail is buried down in there. Good. And I'm checking to see where the jump ring circle connects, because I want it down in there too. So it'll be buried in the solder as well, and fuse that together. So bear with me and we'll get this in its proper spot. It's a lot of flux, my bad. Hold on. If happens. Right, now I got it again. Just be patient and make sure you got what you want. Once you tack it, you can reheat it and move it, but it's better just to get it the first time. See? Then you stand your little jump ring with your tail up. I'll add one here, and one here for my 4 corners that will hold the chain or rope or whatever I decide to hold it up, suspended in the air. Underneath this plate will be, I'll add more. I'll show you where and how. But for now, let me add the other 3 and I'll be back. Now, I've done 2 more, but I came to this one and it's got a bigger gap, and I wanted to show you what I would do in this situation. Number 1, turn the heat down. I'm gonna turn it down to 360, 380. I'm gonna take some copper cane that's left over, because lots of times when you're wrapping your piece, you'll have leftover cane, or lead cane, pardon me. Lead cane. And I can see that I need to fill this gap, so I cut a piece. It's just scraps that I've had. I use it. And I'm gonna cut it in half again. I mean, I could try to fit that in there, but it'll stand up a wee bit. And let's just see if we cut it in half again. Like I'm chopping right down that. So I got a larger piece and a smaller piece. I'm just gonna see what fits in there. Does it help me? Like, it's staying above a little, so that I think that would help me. I could put 2 chunks if I thought that would help. Take up, looking for anything to help take up so you're not just blowing out and solder going on the other side of it. So I might pack that in after I get my tail in, because I'm wanting to put my tail in, my jump ring with a tail. to make my holder. So I have a holder there, there, and here. I need this corner to have it. So I put a little piece of the copper, I don't know why I keep saying copper, excuse me. The lead came and hit the hole. And now I'll just get my tail to go in. It'll just be finessing it and working it in there. Where do I want it to lay? Well, there maybe. Make sure where the jump ring connects. Okay, it's in the right spot. I want where the jump ring holes connect and open. I want that down in that solder line. I want to cover it with plenty of solder. So I'm looking and seeing if they're about the same or close to it, and that I feel comfortable with that. So I'll put flux. Then I'll grab some solder. I'm tacking it. I'm just needing it to hold for me. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just needed to stand it up and hold it in place so I can examine it. Then I can take some more of this lead cane and I can pack it in that crease. See? Pack it in that crease, and that will help with it not leaking through to the other side so much and not using up so much of your solder. You can also do this with your leftover, if I can get my words to work with me, I apologize. You can do this with your leftover, like, scraps of foil. When you're foiling, you can save that. Little snippets of when you're making your tails and we cut a little too much insulated, that conductive wire. You can use that. Just fill your little holes and your gaps with things to help take up the space and to bind it. It's also giving it more durability. I mean, it's piling it in there and making it secure and strong. So, there we go. Okay, now that we got these four in place and we got it tacked, so it'll at least, it might be flimsy, but I can move it. So I'm gonna move it and flip it. And I did decide to flip these pieces of glass because I figured if this is hanging down, this is the side hanging down and you're looking at it and it's above you, wouldn't it be nice to see that pretty textured? Because if it was on top, then, like, I don't know, the sky, this is up above you usually. So I decided to put plain white at the top above us. And then if we looked up into the chime, we could see the textured glass. Anyways, that was my thoughts. So see, now it's sitting up like a table for me. And I'm gonna continue to add my little jump rings with a tail. So what I've done is I took the jump rings and I've added the tail. And I'm taking the tail and putting it down in the cracks. I'm turning the jump ring so that that little crease meets up close to, not on, but close to the jump ring so that I can bury both down into the solder line. And I don't have to worry about anything breaking, coming apart, or I just know it's secure because the solder will make it durable. Now I'm going to put the jump rings on this side. So I usually do one on each corner. There's 4. Then I'll do 4 in here. That's 8. And then before I just kind of laced it in. Let's see how it goes. Let's see what happens. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the 4 corners now. And I'll get it positioned exactly the way I want it. If that hot solder iron touches any type of this metal, it will burn you. So you're going to want to use pliers. Flux, a dab of solder, and this is to tack it into place. I got quite a bit. Kind of spilled, but it's still tacked into place. It's fine. And go around. It's been raining here all morning in Iowa. I know the farmers must be happy, but I'm just feeling waterlogged at this point. I'm ready for some sunshine. And all they're talking about is, I guess it looks like, I don't know what they're talking about because I don't listen to them, but all I'm seeing on my little app is rain. Okay, I'm going to continue. Okay, I raised my heat up. It's like 410 because I'm struggling to get that solder hot enough, quick enough when I'm wanting it. So I must have put it down too low. And I raised the heat up. Just wanted to note that. And now I'm just continuing along. See, that should be grabbing the solder quick for me. So I'm gonna raise it a little higher. Get it all the way to 410 because it was close to 410. So now I'm at 410. Let's see if it'll grab that. It's still heating up. See the flashing? It's still reaching temperature. There it goes. Now I got it in the spot. Tack. Oh, I missed. My bad. There we go. So I went ahead, I got the outside 4 2 inside. I'm going to do these 2. So that'll be 8. I think I put 13 on the last chime I did, including the one that, the clanker that hangs down the center. So let's see what happens with this one. Get sure it's positioned the way I want it. Then I'll dab on my flux, right? Much higher temperature does well. Grab the solder quickly. And I got my pliers down too low. Try again. Grab the flux or the solder. Tack it. See how it tilted? It's forgiving, so you grab your jump ring again. Grab a dab of solder. And heat it up. Touch it down and it will move for you. If I can get it. You just have to heat it up again. Place it down where you want it. Stand it up proper. And there you go. Keep going. Put one over here. 4 corners. Kind of hold at the top of the jump ring so that it's out of the way. Flux. Solder. And tack. There we go. Hopefully it looks good from your guys' point of view, y'all's point of view. Good. Let's see. This is the middle piece. I can go ahead and put that in. It's a little bigger. I do the outside, these a little bigger than the underneath ones, and I always make the clanker one the same size as the outside one, or I call it the outside, but it's the hanging side. Both sides. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and put this middle one in. Unfortunately, there's some type of pipe that's leaking in our downstairs shower room. My husband and my son's gonna have to come and figure it out sometime within the next hour or so. So I'm doing my best to get this soldered, and unexpected things that just happened, guys. So I'm gonna keep going and try to get my piece soldered, because I don't want to leave this in the flux and half done if I don't have to. So if I have an hour to throw this together, then I'm going, well, not throw it together, but put my piece together. I'm going to try to do that. So I'm going to start moving quite along and get the rest of my jump rings in place, and then we'll solder. So I hope you're having a good day, guys. Okay, I got everything in place. I have my 4 on top that'll hold the chain from above. Flip it under. These will be where the pieces dangle, the glass dangles. I put 4 on the corner, 4 on the inner corner, the middle one with the clanker. Then I had to make do because this is stained glass, so I didn't have cracks in every spot perfectly. So I put 2 here, put 2 here, and I wanted to be them equally across, same, but it's stained glass, or the cracks don't always work the way you want. So this is what I have, and it will be suffice. It'll be perfectly good enough. I'm gonna nip off the top pieces to where the tails came through, and I'm gonna start the soldering process. So, wanted to let everyone see where we were at. And then we're gonna tackle, I thought we made it out of this flood stuff, and we did. We didn't have flooding at our house. But unfortunately, a few days later, here we are with something happening else with a pipe. It's gonna cause us to have to change out or clear out some of the rooms to reach where we need, and where we need to run pipe down in the basement. And yeah, so we'll deal with that today. And then I've got a little grace time here to finish up this project before he starts digging in and taking care of the problem. My husband will run the pipes himself and fix it himself. Luckily, he knows how to do that. Luckily for me, he knows how to do that. And I'll let him do what he knows how to do. But anyways, here we go. I'll check back in, show you where we're at. Ta-da! So I'm going to show you flipping it. Look, it looks crazy as all get out. I set up hobby came because I couldn't get it to lay in there. It'd fall through. So I just set it up. And then look, all I got to do is snip this off. Snip it off. And then I'll solder that line when I get there. But let me clean this off. Gravity's your friend. I can just show you what I'll do. I'm not on this side yet. Make sure the glass isn't hot. But I'll go ahead and show you, since everything's getting kind of wild here. They need to fix the pipes down here. So I'm probably not going to be able to be recording long periods of time. So let me just show you how to fix this. Take your solder. And And the hobby came will melt with it, and it will support your line. Okay, then you can just keep going. Let me check with the or the flux to make sure it's flowing. Hear my dog snoring. You'll probably hear a lot of little noises. My husband's cutting something, and we're trying to fix a leak down here in the lower half. So it's totally not the best time to be recording, but I didn't expect this to spring any type of a leak. When do you ever expect a leak? But I was in the middle of soldering, and the show must go on. And check in with you guys. Okay, I've got the underneath where the chimes will be hanging soldered. I just need to tin my little jump rings where the chimes will be hanging down, and then I'll be flipping it and soldering the other side. So I just tinned all of my jump rings. I'm just gonna brush off the excess flux or beads, solder beads. See where we're at. Making sure everybody's intact and tight and strong. As I'm rubbing it, I'm checking to make sure all these are anchored in well. Sorry for shaking the camera, guys. Y'all don't mean to do that. Looks good. Feels strong. Feels good. Okay, now we'll just examining everything and seeing if I like where everything is for so far. And then we'll do the other side. Hear my diggity, my little sheepdog over there snoring. He's waiting on me to take him for his walk and run. He's my runner dog. So he's down here patiently waiting for me to go do our thing with him. And I want to finish this up real quick, and we will. That's where one of the rings are. Let's check it later. So, there we have it. Our chime. Now I will put hobby came around the edges. I will get my pieces for underneath hanging prepared. I haven't decided exactly how I'm going to do that yet on this one.